Hey guys, it's been a while. You know, life kind of gets you sometimes, but hey, my wife and I are going to have a baby, so that's pretty neat. Due to me not recording or getting any kind of progress done, it's time to knock out a decent handful of quests. I've conducted a list I wanted to complete in this episode. This includes Pirate's Treasure, Monk's Friend, Clock Tower, Hazeal Cult, Sheep Herder, Plague City, Observatory Quest, Dwarf Cannon, Witch's Potion, and Vampire Slayer. All these quests are very easy, and I'll be able to knock these out to start inching closer to the more difficult ones. Let's get started. We want to get some treasure, and Redbeard Frank is going to help us get it. As any great pirate would, he asks us to smuggle some rum from Karamja, while warning us that the customs officer will frisk us, and we'll find that rum, and we need to find another way to get it here. So talking to a seaman, and crossing over to Karamja, we grab the rum, get a job from Luthis to collect bananas. We get them bananas, put the rum in the crate along with the bananas, get paid, then head back to Port Sarum. I need to grab that rum, so I grab an apron from the fishing shop and head over to the food shop and ask Wyden to be hired, and that I will be the best employee ever. He gives us the job and asks us to tidy up in the back. We are not going to do that, but grab the rum and book it back to Redbeard Frank. He gives us a key and tells us it is for a chest for the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. Using the greatest teleporting method ever, we pop into the inn, open the only chest in the building on the second floor. The chest gives us a scroll in which tells us to go to Falador Park and dig where X marks the spot. After broken teleporting there, having a hard time finding the X to a quest I have done numerous amounts of times, needing a spade because the one in my tool belt doesn't work, and grabbing one from the real estate building, and digging, we get attacked by a very brave gardener who we send to the gods same-day shipping. Quest complete. Time to take a second and collect that big dopamine hit from my bees and get that all refilled. The next quest is Monk's Friend. We talk to Brother Omad, who complains about not being able to get sleep due to Brother Andros' son constantly crying due to some thieves. I love the thieving reference he makes about the stalls being stolen from. It's great. We ask to lend a hand and set off to find the blanket. We perform some weird magic by standing in this stone circle to make a ladder appear and drop down. I just casually walk in, grab the blanket, and walk right out with no issue. The next thing this guy wants us to do is assist with getting wine for a party. Dude wants to get absolutely lit, and with a kid on the way, I get it. We head to the broken cart that Brother Cedric has drunkenly busted up. He wants some water to help sober up. Doesn't work that way. And then some logs to fix up the cart. Headed back to Omad, he starts the party. Quest complete. And we gotta pop that balloon for that party pooper achievement. The next monk quest on our list is Clock Tower. Just gotta fix her up. Brother Kojo asks us to assist in repairs for the clock tower. After accepting, we get to work. We pop into the basement to see the colored tiles telling us which corridor the gears can be found in. We start off with gray. The gear is surrounded in fire and is a little spicy, so we gotta throw some water onto the gear so we can pick it up. This gear belongs in the basement on the gray spindle. Next up is the red gear. We begin by walking into the gear room, get our cheeks spanked by the ogres, then walk right out of the room. This gear belongs to the first floor on the red spindle. The blue gear is in a different room, and the only way to get it is by this hidden staircase by the camel pen. The long path leads to a wall that can be pushed. Grab that gear for the second floor of the clock tower onto the blue spindle. The white gear is in the basement, and we gotta commit rat genocide. Grab that poison, open the gate, put it in their food trough, and they start dropping like flies, and we can advance into the next room for that sweet, sweet gear. This one belongs on the third floor and on the white spindle to finally complete the clock tower. Talking with Brother Kojo will net us our 500 coin reward. Quest complete. It's time to join a cult, or destroy one, whichever you want to choose, Kool-Aid or not. Our path is destroying it. Talking with the legendary Cyril Carnelian, he tells us about the cult and how his old butler found them and then died in his sleep the next night. He asks us to find them and bring us his armor that they stole back. After agreeing, we turn all 5 wheels to whatever the right-click option is to tell you and head underground in a cave by one of the valves. Talking to Clivet will allow you to choose your path on helping the cult or not. Choosing not to will cause him to flee, and you follow by using the raft. When you get off and speak to Alamone, you learn that the new butler was involved, and then you kill the man. You're supposed to pick up the armor. In my case, I goofed it, talked to him again to make sure he got the message, and killed him again. You return the armor to Cyril and accuse the butler, who opposes it, and you get a whopping 5 coins for the quest. Quest complete? Nah, there's evidence in the wardrobe upstairs in the big bedroom, to which after searching, it will prove the butler was guilty and then you complete the actual quest. So this next quest is absolute cancer in old school RuneScape, sheep herder, and for some reason it was way easier to push the sheep around. A quick story for this quest. So you're told about a plague that has infected the sheep, and you get one of each color into the furnace, you kill them with poisoned food, then burn their bones. Well, spoiler alert, the plague is fake, and we are killing dyed sheep. Anyway, quest complete. In this quest, Plague City, we actually start to learn more about the plague and what's going on in West Ardoon. That's how I'm gonna say it. We talked to Edmund about his daughter, Elena, crossing over the wall to help the people after hearing screams, and we need to get her back. We need to have protection from the plague, and we'll get a mask stuffed with dwellberries from his wife, Alrena. After getting the mask and the picture from the other room, you splash 4 buckets of water onto the ground in the garden and then dig with a nearby spade and poof, you're in the sewers. After pulling the grate off with Edmund's help, you are on the west side. You show Jethic the picture of Elena and he gives you a book to return to the person who is housing Elena. You learn from their daughter about the house Elena was snatched and brought to, and when trying to enter you need a warrant from Bravik. You head to him and give him a hangover cure, again not how that works, and he gives you the warrant. You bring it to the guard on the right side and you walk in when you talk to the other guard about allowing you in. You grab the key from the barrel west of the stairs and that allows you into the cell Elena is in. She is going to head back to the east side with some samples to find a cure for the plague, so you head back into the sewers and talk to Edmund. Quest complete. Observatory quest is a bit more of a pain than the others on my list. We are tasked with helping fix up the telescope to look into the stars. In the beginning, we can fix up most of what's needed, but the final piece is the lens. The key component needed are molten glass and the lens mold. Now heading to the east where the goblins are, you have to find a key and a chest in this maze where there are multiples of them, and if you open the wrong one, you get poisoned. So it's best to check the closer ones first, and I got it on the first chest. After distracting the guard and opening the door with that key and grabbing the lens from the stove, we head back to the professor and he heads to the telescope. We go through the goblin maze one last time to get to the telescope, and we watch a long, drawn-out cutscene of the repair, and we look into the telescope to see what sign we get. Mine was Taurus, and I get 1 dose of super strength potion from that. Quest complete. Alright, it's time to go to war. We need to help out Captain Logoff in repairing the defenses and the cannon. After getting all the fences repaired, he asks us to look for a scout in the nearby tower, which he is super dead and nothing but bones. We show him this and he asks us to find the son of the dead dwarf, Lolik or something. We find the dwarf in a nearby cave and some crates, and he runs back and we talk to the captain again and he asks us to repair the cannon. Once repaired, we talk to him and he wants us to get the cannonball mold from Nullidion. We do the drop trick to get a second one for free, and we can put the second one in our tool belt and head on back to the captain one last time. Quest complete. This one is huge because now we can get the cannon, but that's a future problem. It's time for a quick mini quest, Witch's Potion. Just gotta talk to the witch in Remington, bring her a rat tail, I have newt onion and burnt meat, and we can finish this quest very quickly. For some time, the village of Draenor has been terrorized by a vampire expecting blood payment. After pleading cries to take him down, I grab me some garlic and make my way to the legendary vampire slayer, Dr. Harlow, who is drunk in Varrock. Like, are you kidding me with all this alcohol consumption? He is asking for more alcohol, so let's give it to him. He tells me to use the stake and hammer to kill the vampire. Now it's time to dive in and bring peace back to this town. Let's bring us down a vampire. Well, it's now or never. Let's run into this basement and finish this. We try to stab the creature first, and he knocks us off for a fight. Well, he is taken down very easily, and you just use the hammer on him to seal the deal. That was way too easy, especially since I finished Dragon Slayer. Let's frickin' go.
seem to have someone we must keep an eye on. Come, my pet. Follow him. And keep me updated on his actions. I want to see for myself what he can do.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and if this is your first video, check out this video here where I start my adventure. Consider liking the video and subscribing for more, and I intend on making more and getting this darn cape completed. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.